You just have to do it. You just have to make a fucking move. Like, how long are you gonna sit around talking about what you're gonna do, dreaming about what you're gonna do, listening to people inspire you, watching videos about other people doing what you wanna do, and joining programs to learn about doing what you wanna do, and taking all the notes, but not actually taking action? Dude, your life is escaping you. You just need to start. I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel, start a podcast, create a personal brand, do so many things for so many years. I created my first videos on YouTube in, I thought it was 2011. It was either 13 or 14. That's over a decade ago. I created a few and then I just let it die because I was too self-conscious. I cannot tell you how many coaching programs I have joined, how much money I have spent hiring people to help me get to where I want to go. But here is the reality of the situation. Here's the reality of any coaching program out there, any mentor that says that they can help you get to wherever you want to go. You have to do the work. No one can do it for you. And I know you've heard this before, and I heard it a million times too. But for whatever reason, I was not taking action. I just wasn't doing the thing. I loved to do all of the preparatory work and all the planning and all the research and all the intellectualization and learning about this and learning about that, and then getting completely overwhelmed and thinking way too far ahead into the future about what needed to be done and what steps I needed to take and how to do this, and like tech related things that were not even relevant. I don't know what even got into me, but thank God I stumbled upon some people on YouTube. One woman in particular, Alexa Saranoia, she's amazing. For whatever reason, she was the right person for me to see. I've seen so many people talk about the same stuff and say like, you just have to get started, just do it. Don't overthink it. I don't know what it was about her, but I really became inspired by her. And you know what else? I've gotten to a place in my life where I feel like I'm getting older. I'm 37 years old and the clock is ticking and I do not have time to waste. Also, I am someone who in a career, if I feel like my time in that industry has expired, I gotta go. But the other thing is, because of how much I value freedom and independence, I'm like, well, what am I gonna do if I don't do that? Because I'm not going to go get a job somewhere. So it's now or never. Like, it's fucking go time. I have to do this. People always say you have to get to the place where there's no other option. You know, you have to hit rock bottom before you make a change. Or they'll say you have to know your why, but your why has to be big enough that it really inspires you to act. And I always would try to sit and write down what my why was, but I don't think it was really big enough. I thought I was digging as deep as I could, but it wasn't getting me to actually make a fucking move. So now I've gotten to a place where it's like, because my freedom and my independence is my highest value, I need to maintain it. So I don't have a choice. Thank God I hired a coach, another coach, but guess what? This is, I can honestly say, the first one that I've actually done what they told me to do and just gotten the fuck out of my own way, because clearly I have not been able to get myself to where I ultimately want to be on my own. Clearly my strategy of consuming information and learning is not getting me results. So if you are someone who has come up with so many reasons and excuses for weeks, months, years, decades of your life, please just start. I don't know what I am doing. I literally do not know what I am doing on here. I just know that I want to be here. So I'm here. That's it. I don't know. If I were to wait until I really knew everything and everything was perfect, this would never happen. I know that it wouldn't. I can already tell because I posted my first video and it was not perfect. And I was just like, you know what? I committed to posting it today. I had edited it for 5 hours and then I just said, I'm tired. I need to post it. And then after I posted, I realized there were mistakes and the framing was off, but I didn't even realize it until it was already published. It's like, you know what? I'm just telling you, I am trusting, and you need to trust that you just need to put in the reps I know that if I do that, and because I've been able to see other people's journeys of doing that and starting with nothing, no subscribers, no followers, whatever it is, no experience, and slowly becoming more and more confident, I assume that that is going to be the case for me as well. And because I am very uncomfortable with sucking at things and not being good, which I'm assuming is the case for you too, which is why you haven't started. Because of that, I want this phase to be as short as possible. I want to compress the amount of time that I suck because I don't like sucking. So I'm trying to practice as much as possible. So I'm committing to doing 3 videos a week, at least 2, but really 3, because I want to get this fucking stage out of the way. I want to get it behind me. I want to get good. As uncomfortable as it is, I'm just doing it. And I am tuning out all of the voices in my head that would cause me to self-sabotage and procrastinate and second guess myself. Honestly, it's actually been okay so far. They're not even that loud. I think because they know that if I do this and I'm successful and I can actually do it and commit, like, we're all gonna benefit, me and all the voices in my head. So only thing I can really say is that you just have to start. I promise you, you might feel like you're different somehow, but I promise everyone who started anything that they were really intimidated by but passionate about, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. You really do need to get clear on why you're doing this. Visualize your future if you make this commitment and take action. Visualize what it's going to feel like to exist in that future. What is your life gonna look like? How are you gonna be able to spend your time? How are you gonna feel? Like, those things are so important to prioritize. And this is why people say you have to hit a rock bottom where there's just no other option, because you need to get to a place where you are so dissatisfied with your life absent of that thing that you want to do, that you don't know how to do. And when the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change, that is when you will actually take action. So you're going to have to make that choice. Have you gotten to that place? And if you have, just make a move, do something, make the commitment to yourself and get going. If you like listening to me rant on random topics, you may be interested in this video. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I will see you next time.